Hi everyone, my name is Rachel and welcome to the French Seams. Thank you very much for joining me for this week's Friday Sews video. I love making these Friday Sews videos because I get to catch you all up on what I've been doing this week and what my plans are for the next week and a little bit of life as well. So thank you very, very much for joining me, especially if you are new to my channel. You are very, very welcome. So I hope you've all had a good week. It's been a good week here in the French Seams household. It's been a very busy week. As you know, October is older French Seams' birthday, so we had his family party last weekend. So we hosted some family. There was some lovely food and just a really, really good time. So it's been a full-on weekend. So of course I made his birthday cake, which I love doing. So this year, no prizes for guessing, it's a shark. So I'll pop in a picture here. It was really, really good fun to make. And that recipe, it's a chocolate cake recipe. I make it all the time for birthdays. It is a Mary Berry chocolate cake recipe and it is fabulous. It works every single time. So I'll pop the recipe to that down below. I would highly recommend it. So that was his birthday cake. He also requested bat cookies, which I made last year as well. So again, I'll pop in a picture of those. They're basically Oreos split to make the wings and then some googly eyes. They're really, really good fun and my boys love them. So it was a really, really lovely weekend with some lovely food and some very, very lovely family and lots of celebrations. And of course, my boys are just living their best life. It was really, really great. But because we had that party the weekend, I sadly missed the Dublin Fibre Festival. So I'll pop a link to it down below. The Dublin Fibre Festival was in its first year last year and I couldn't attend last year, and this year I couldn't attend either, so I'm determined to get next year. Basically, it's a festival held every year now in Dublin. It's just for one day. This year it was in the Museum of Modern Art, which I'd mentioned in my video last week. Thank you very much for all the love on that video. So it was in Emma this year, which must have been absolutely beautiful. It's a fantastic building. So it's all kinds of fibres. So it's yarns, it's threads, it's fabric. There was spinning, there's knitting, there's crochet, all that good stuff. So my lovely friend Anne-Marie had a stall there from the Crafty Studio. Lovely friend Sandra had her embroidery there as well. And also a lovely lady called Olga who runs a wool shop that I went to earlier in the year. I think was it around Easter I went to. So when I was at that shop, I bought some sock yarn, and it was this Van Gogh wool, which is in the style of his painting. So I loved making these socks earlier in the year. I really, really liked them. And I told my lovely aunt about this shop. So she went to the Fibre Festival and she very, very kindly bought me a few prezzies. So of course she went to Olga's stand and she was perusing around, and wasn't Olga great? She said, oh no, don't get her that one, she has that already. Isn't that service? So my aunt bought me another Vincent van Gogh wool. So this is this painting, so you can definitely see the similarities, and I think these colours are just beautiful, really, really autumnal colours. So I'm very keen to get started on some socks made out of that. And then the other yarn my lovely aunt bought me is this one. So if you're aware, I'm going to be doing a kind of an Advent Christmas cast on for Christmas socks, but I think after Christmas I'll need a little project. So I might even do a Christmas Day cast on, because then I'll have Valentine's socks. What do we think? I think this is going to be beautiful. It's self-striping, which of course you know I love, and it's got the beautiful pinks as well. So I think this will be very, very cute. So I'm very, very sorry to have missed the Fibre Festival this year. Hopefully I'll get to go next year. But yes, so thank you to Olga for helping my aunt buy me a lovely, lovely prezzy. So I'll link everything down to the Fibre Festival down below and their Instagram channel as well. So that was the weekend. It was quite busy, but very, very nice. I didn't get a huge amount of sewing done, but I do have one thing to show you, which I will show you shortly. But first of all, I'll tell you what I've been purchasing and what has come into the sewing room. So what I've been purchasing first off is Christmas labels. So Rachel from Cozy Club Handmade has done it again. I'll pop in a picture here of the ones that I bought. I bought the multi-pack of her fabulous new Christmas labels. Feliz Navidad is utterly hilarious, and the elf made are just adorable. So of course I will be doing Christmas presents this year and bits and bobs for my boys and things like that, and I think those labels are adorable. So I've bought those and they are on the way hopefully, so I will share them properly with you when they arrive. I got a few fabric deliveries. So there is a very lovely shop up north called Threadquarters, and very sadly she is shutting down. It's run by the lovely Susie, who I did actually meet years and years ago. I met her in Belfast Frockdales, which I think was 2022, but sadly her shop is closing down, so I'll link that down below, and she was having a sale. So I had to have a quick look. The first thing I bought is this beautiful wool coating. Isn't this just gorgeous, in a kind of a pinky purpley colour? I think it's lovely. So it's this beautiful brush on this side, and then the other side is just plain. But I bought this obviously with a specific project. I always do. And it is a free pattern, and it is It's either Made by Mermaids or Passions for Pirates. I can never remember which one it is. I'll pop a picture here. It's called the Sleigh Ride shawl or shrug. I think it looks really, really cute, and it's a free pattern, and it's basically a very, very large shawl shrug that goes over your shoulders, and it's got this little tab that you can put a kind of pleated thing into. I think it looks really, really nice. I think I found it last year. They had this kind of 12 days of Christmas thing going on, which looks great. So I think that would be perfect. Just put on a jumper if you're a bit cold, or you could wear it over a coat. I think it would look really, really smart. So I was keen to make that. So, and this is the fabric. When I saw this fabric, I thought it would be perfect for that project. And I think this is just lovely. It's so, so, so nice. So this is one thing I bought. The next thing I bought was just a bit of fun, given the time of year, although I think I'm probably too late to do anything with this here. It is this fabric. So you can see that I've gone a bit Halloweeny today. I've got my lovely little pumpkin earrings on. Today I'm wearing the Petite Stitchery Remy sweatshirt with this beautiful roll neck and the lovely ruche detail down the side, because this again is part of my 10 days 10 sweatshirts vlog that I'm putting together, so you'll hear more about this in my next vlog. But yes, Remy sweatshirt today, I love it, and today is decidedly damp and dreary. So this is the fabric I picked up. It is so fun. So it's in an orange base, and you've got black cats, you've got pumpkins, you've got bats, you've got ghosts, you've got haunted houses, you've got brooms. I think it's super, super cute. So it's a cotton poplin, I think, or maybe a quilting cotton, but it's just so much fun. So this is going to be put away for this year because I think I'm a little bit late to do anything with this. But next year it's maybe going to be some crafty makes, or maybe a Halloween Donny shirt, which would be so, so, so fun, with a little black cardigan. Obviously, because I always have to put a cardigan over everything, but I think this would be really, really fun for this time next year. So that's been put away for the time being. The other happy post I received was from Celtic Fusion Fabrics, and I mentioned last week that I wanted to make the Sandy Claus quilt by Art East Quilting, so I'll pop a picture of it here. It's that beautiful lobster Christmas tree, which I think looks so much fun and a lot of work, but I'm really, really keen to get started. So I picked up these two fabrics, and I'm hoping the contrast is going to be good enough. So this beautiful green and a beautiful white with these kind of specks in it, which I think are really, really cute. So I did put this up on Instagram, and I think people thought that the green was going to be the lobsters and white was going to be the background. In my head, I did it the other way around, because I think having a white quilt on the couch would just be a complete recipe for disaster. But I think these colours, I think, look beautiful together. You know, green is my favourite colour. So I think these look really, really nice, and I'm very keen to get started on that pattern. So realistically, that's going to be Christmas 2026. So yes, stick around for the updates on that. I think it might take me some time to get that quilt going, but I think it's just going to be so, so, so fun when it is done next year. So that was my happy post this week. So I got some lovely, lovely bits. So what else have I been doing? So I'll talk to you about what I've been sewing. So I was very, very lucky this week to join a few sewing socials. So I joined in with Thready Set Go this week, the lovely Hayley. So I'll link Thready Set Go down below. So she does a couple of weekly socials, and she also runs a pattern club every month. And this month was the Luna Backpack by Studio 77. And I loved how this looked, and I was really keen to get my bag going. So I think the live for that with Emma from Studio 77 is this Tuesday coming. So be sure to check that out if you're a member. If you're not a member, check out Thready Set Go down below. It's a fabulous, fabulous community. I'm really, really enjoying being part of it. So I made the Luna backpack, and here it is, and I'm so delighted. It is so cute. So the front is this beautiful tweed fabric. So you remember I made a heather blazer out of this a number of years ago. It was fabric from my grandmother. So I've got this beautiful, all the hardware is from the little sewing tree. So the zips and the zipper and the bag hardware. And then I've got this beautiful handmade label here. So this is the front. Then at the side it's got this green panel, and at the base, and then on the other side I've got this lovely little rosy cheeks label here saying I made this, which is adorable. Then at the back you've got this green panel up the top as well. You've got this beautiful webbing, which I had to use. I just love this webbing so much. And I've got the beautiful gold hardware here as well. You can see the little clasps, which I think is really, really nice. Then it's got a front zip pocket. So open that up, and then that is fully lined in there. And then it's got a double zip at the top, which is really, really nice. So if you open that up, then on the inside I've got a bit of tulip pink. So it's got another welt pocket in here, so that's fully lined as well. Then if I can open this properly for you, it's got a little pen pen section here. You can put all your pens in here, and then it's got this kind of water bottle or coffee cup holder, which is really, really nice. And then of course it's lined on the other side as well. So I think this is really, really cute. It was a really fun pattern. With all the bag foam and the interfacing, turning it out at the end was quite tricky, and doing all the seams, but perseverance is key. I used a zipper foot to ground all the bound edges, or the edges with all the foam, and it worked out quite well. So yeah, really, really happy with my Luna backpack. And I'm going to be wearing this to the knitting and stitching, which I think is really cute, because having the water bottle, being able to keep a water bottle upright in a bag, I think is genius. So I really like that idea. So this is my Luna backpack, and I'm very, very happy with it. So that's my bit of sewing I got done this week. So what are my plans? So this weekend is a bank holiday here in Ireland, but I want to get started on my Davenport dress, which I mentioned last week, which I haven't actually got started on. So I found my pattern, which is great. So I just need to get that all sorted and just get started, really just get started. So, and this is the beautiful fabric I want to do my Davenport dress in, because again, this is going to be the knitting and stitching dress, probably for the Saturday. I'm thinking for the Friday, I'm going to wear my Fabric Godmother Aspen dress. I think that's my plan anyway. That's my working theory. So I'd love to get this started, because that's in just over 2 weeks, I think. And then my other plans are face wipes. So I have never made face wipes before, and I think they are absolutely fabulous. I think they make fabulous gifts and just really, really cute to have to make them yourself. And my wonderful, wonderful friend Sam, Sola Sparkle, very, very kindly sent me one of her new kits. So I'll link Sam's website down below. I was able to jump on her sewing social again this week, which is just wonderful. Really, really nice chats, really, really good fun, and just a wonderful, wonderful community. So I'd encourage you to check out her socials on her website down below. But she also has a shop section on her website, so definitely check that out. She's got some fabulous stuff. One of the things is a kit, and it is to make the face wipes, and I can't wait to get started on these. So it comes like this, and you've got your beautiful instruction booklet, and then you've got all your toweling, and then little bits and bobs like the little snaps and stuff, and then the beautiful fabric. So I got this beautiful pink fabric, which is just gorgeous. So she very, very kindly sent me this kit, so thank you very much, Sam, and I am so excited to get this started. Being the incredibly kind soul that she is just wonderful. She popped in a few ready-made ones in Halloween fabric. So I really, really wanted to use these, but I really wanted to keep them perfect to show you first of all. So this is what they look like when you make them. So they're little squares with fabric on one side, and you can use up all your beautiful fabric. And then the toweling on the back, which is wonderful. And then, because she's incredibly kind, I got this. It's a little unicorn tape measure, and it is adorable, and it matches my wonderful unicorn overlocker tweezers. Isn't that just wonderful? So Sam, you're an absolute angel. But she didn't stop there. She also put in 2 little prezzies for my boys, which was the kindest thing to do, and they are just beyond excited. So thank you so, so, so much, Sam. She popped in 2 of these. They're little sharks. They are just gorgeous, and my boys put all their little treasures in them. These are the stash capsules, which is a pattern by Sam, and I'll link that again down below. I've made a couple of these. They are fabulous, and she made little sharks for my boys, which is just gorgeous. Thank you so, so, so much, Sam. You are so kind. So I am really looking forward to making those face wipes. I can't believe I'm sewing however many years and I haven't made them yet, and I'm so delighted to have that kit all ready to go. So I'm going to have those to show you next week, hopefully. So they are my plans. So before I go, I am going to talk to you very quickly about my crochet. So by the time you watch this, I will have been to the craft cinema, because I'm filming this on Thursday morning and the craft cinema is tonight. So I'll link that down below. It's in Dublin, and you go to the cinema, watch a movie. We're watching Practical Magic because it's that time of the year, and they keep the lights on so you can do your crochet or your embroidery or your knitting or whatever craft you want. It is a marvellous, marvellous idea, and we're very lucky to have it here in Dublin. So I'm going to that this evening, and I'm going to be working on my crochet jumper. So I showed you it last week, and since last week I have of course ripped a bit out and done it again. But this is the stage we're at, and I think we're in a good place right now. So this is the jumper, and I've now got pretty much an entire sleeve done. So that's my sleeve. So I did have to rip this back because I have now added, I think, 6 extra rows to the sleeve. So this comes out very, very short and very, very small, I need to say. So I have had to add 6 more rows to this. I just have to do 1 more row of green and then the cuffing. And then again at the bottom, I think I've added 10 rows to the bodice, and now I just have to do the hem on that, and I've just started on the sleeve. So I think we're getting there. The only fly in the ointment is I'm running out of yarn. So we had bought, myself and my sister, we had bought the yarn recommended in the pattern, or however many bows we needed, which is fine. I have this much left. I've now ordered one more bow, so I'm hoping that arrives soon. We got these from the Wool Warehouse. I'll link the yarn that I'm using down below. So I think this evening I'll be okay to continue on with this. But yeah, so I have had to order one more ball of wool. So word to the wise, if you have to lengthen this pattern, you obviously will need more yarn. But I'm really, really happy with how this is coming out so far. It's really, really nice and really fun to do. And despite having to rip it back, it doesn't take long to redo. It really, really doesn't. It's just little trebles. So adorable. I have, of course, been kind of trying to ration that crochet project because I'm running out of yarn. So I have been doing a few other little bits of crochet, as I always like to do. And these are very, very cute and don't take much time at all. And they are pumpkin pencil toppers. So these are adorable. This is a fruit pattern by Happy Berry Crochet. I'll link that down below. She does this really cool kind of yarn scrap Friday thing. So she is where I also did the little pumpkin coasters as well. So you put in your idea for your tutorial, and she pulls it out of a little jar and does a little quick tutorial. So these are adorable. I think they took about 15 minutes each. They were so cute. So cute. In the tutorial, she does a pumpkin, she does a ghost, and she does Dracula, which is adorable. But these are really, really cute. This guy looks a bit funny, but this guy is adorable. Looks like a little mustache, doesn't it? So these are adorable. So that was my other little crochet project. So if I do run out of yarn for my jumper, I'll have a backup project at least. So that is everything I wanted to talk to you about today. Put my little pumpkins down. Thank you very, very much for watching, as always. If you enjoyed this video, I would very, very much love it if you give me a thumbs up, and please also consider subscribing. Before I go, I should mention what this is. It's a little button thing I found in IKEA this week. I don't know what it is. It's part of their Christmas stuff. Is it a tray? Is it a decoration? I'm not quite sure, but it's a giant button, which I think is adorable. So it's going to have pride of place there for a little while. I just spotted it there before I go. So yes, it's in IKEA. So yes, I shall leave it there for now. Thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you all have a lovely week. If you like this video, I'd very much love it if you give me a like, and please consider subscribing. Thank you very, very much. I hope you get time for some lovely, lovely crafting, whatever you're up to, and I will catch you all again very soon in another video. Take care, everyone. Bye.